Well, hello, and happy Tuesday, everyone. On Tuesday, February 13th, 2024, just about 8:55 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm either a little late or a little early. I know that my flyer indicated that I would be here at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, and I had scheduled myself for 9 p.m. Eastern, only due to a shift in my schedule. In any case, I am here now and super excited to be here with you. For those who do not know who I am Reverend Joanne Angel Barry Cologne, the founder and owner of Holistic Fitness, located in New York. Your holistic integrated teacher, Reiki master, Reiki teacher, card creator, card reader, licensed and certified holistic personal trainer, medical astrologer. Oh my goodness gracious, the list goes on and goes on and goes on. And I can share with you with my bio if you like me to. Anyway, wanted to hop on and share with you tonight all that's going on. But before I do want to check in, make sure I am streaming where I need to be streaming. So let me check in. I'm going to check in on Twitter first and see if there's anyone there. I do believe there is somebody watching right now. I'm just not sure where they're streaming on, whether if you are on YouTube. I thank you for being there. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do so by hitting that little thumbs up button, the subscription button. So this way here, you'll know when I am live. All right. So here we go. Oops. Come on now. Let's get this together, please. There we go. Some days I know what I'm doing and other days not so much. Right? Isn't that something? Well, there I am. So if you are watching from Twitter, please hit the little heart button, say hi to me, and I'll definitely come back later and respond to any of the comments, should there be any. I'm going to go over to my YouTube channel. And then, of course, I'm going to land on my Facebook page, because that's just what I do, is land there. And here I am, live on my YouTube channel, and somewhere along the line, I think I froze again. Oh my goodness. Internet. How exciting it is. Come on. Anyway, so I do see that I am live on my YouTube channel. I don't know if I'm frozen there. I just don't see myself moving, so maybe I'll come back later. And let me go land on Facebook. Here we go. And so for anybody who's here with me on Facebook, please go ahead and say hello. Let me know that you are here. I'm super excited to be here with each and every one of you tonight. Tonight's topic is all about activate your freedom. Activate your freedom. What does that actually mean, activate your freedom? Well, let's start off by just knowing that today is all about Mars entering into Aquarius energy. And just in case you have lost track, we currently have the Sun, Pluto, which has been floating in Aquarius since January 20th, Mercury, who has entered Aquarius on February 4th, 5th, depending on the timeline, and we'll be there until the 23rd of February. And now we have Mars that has just entered into Aquarius as of this morning at 1:05 a.m. Eastern Time. Mars will be flowing in Aquarius right until March 22nd. Very powerful day for it to be transiting out at that point in time. What does Mars actually mean? What is Mars responsible for? Mars is the planet of energy, strength, power, aggressiveness, the warrior within you. It's also fire. So maybe lighting the fire up within you. Now, depending on how much fire you actually do have in your astrological makeup, this could also be causing you to feel a little overwhelmed, distracted, clumsy even. and not feeling very grounded or focused. So pay attention to what it is you may be feeling. Are you feeling energized and super excited and ready to go and feeling like someone lit a fire under you? Or are you feeling distracted, disoriented, not grounded, not being able to take action, not being able to make decisions for that matter? Figure out where you are. And if you are feeling more on the lower denser side, what can you do so you can feel more in charge, more empowered by this energy of Mars being in Aquarius? Now, what does it actually mean when Mars is in Aquarius? Well, some little clip notes to take on. Mars in Aquarius is all about uniqueness. After all, Aquarius, when we think about Aquarius energy, that is about you being your authentic, the words I'm hearing to share is weird self. So not to dim your light so you can fit in, but to shine your light to be as unique as you can possibly be, and using this Mars energy to help you be that way. It's also about your independence. So it's about being a leader. It's about your leadership role. It's about taking that first step. It's about taking the initiative to do whatever it is you need to do during this time that Mars is in Aquarius until March 22nd. But when you think about it, we have what, like almost 3 weeks of this powerful energy to help you take action when you think about it. And then in addition to, it's also about your revolutions. Your revolutions. What is new for you? What is sparking you? What is lighting you up? It's this energy could also drive you to your freedom, where you may be asking yourself, where do I want more freedom? Do I want more freedom in my schedule? Do I want to be able to set my own hours? Now, I know I've spoken a lot about this back in like 2020 during the pandemic. The pandemic was a perfect opportunity for many of us to shift gears and come out of the 3D or even the old mindset of thinking that we really had to work a 9-to-5 job, a 40-hour week in order to bring in the money that we were looking to bring in. Whereas now you could be led by your freedom of knowing that you have financial freedom and that you do not need to work a 40-hour week to get that financial freedom, that you have the ability, you have the power within you to set the hours you wish to work. So if you want to work, let's say, a 20-hour week and still make the income of someone of 6 figures, you have the option to do so. In fact, I was sitting in an amazing group tonight, which I often do on Tuesday nights, and I want to see if I can read my notes from something that was said, which was said with the question, the statement that was made is, whatever the question you are asking yourself, you already have the answer to. So if you're sitting there questioning, can I possibly work less hours and still make the 6 figures? The answer you have within you. The big question that you need to ask yourself at this point in time is, do you feel worthy of that? Do you feel like you have to validate what it is you're doing? And can you trust the possibilities that, yes, you can work whatever amount of hours you choose to work? So if you want to work a 20-hour week, or a while back, I used to do some work with a gentleman who his goal was that he wanted to work a 4-hour week. That was his thing. 4-hour week, that's all he wanted to work. And he still wanted to bring in a 6-figure income. And back then, my mind was like, well, how's that even possible? And how that is possible is him adjusting his value of how he valued himself, how he showed up in his gifts that he had, how he showed up to service the clients that were attracted to him, and most importantly, how he raised the bar for himself to actually charge more for the services that he brought to the table. So let's just say, for argument's sake, he was charging prior to that time like $100 a session, and maybe now he's charging $300, $400, $500 a session. And yes, he does have a clientele, and yes, he has a waiting list as well. And it is possible. And what's possible about it is that he believed in himself and he believed that he deserved that dollar amount for the service he brought to the table. So it really is about a validation towards yourself, and it is really about you getting really super clear to what your dollar, I'm going to rephrase that, what your hourly rate really is. Like, what do you feel you deserve? I'm going to share a story going back, way back when I first started doing personal training. This was even before I was a personal trainer. When I was, what was I? I think I was 19 at the time. I'd work out in the gym I worked for, which was an all-women's gym, and I would do my thing same time every day. And this one member approached me, and she had asked me if I would put together a workout plan for her. And I had said, sure, why not? I said, why don't you come meet me tomorrow at this particular time? So I gave her time to do, and of course it was a time where I was not working out. And she came and met me, and we worked together for about 45 minutes, gave her an exercise routine to work with, and I supported her, I guided her, I coached her, et cetera, et cetera. And she asked me after the session was over, could she meet me again the next day? And I said, of course you can. So we did the same thing the next day, different body part, of course. And I think I met with her like in about 5 days in a row. At the end of the fifth day, she had said to me, she goes, well, since I've worked with you for the last 5 days, what do I owe you? What is your fee? And at that very moment, like my mind went into that questioning on like my fee, like, you're gonna pay me for this? Because again, I was not a personal trainer at that time. I was just working out, doing my own workout on my break at my job in the gym. And I was a group fitness instructor at the time. And I looked at her, I said, no, you don't have to pay me for it. And she goes, no, I do. She goes, because for one, I took up your time 5 days in a row, 45 minutes each day. And on top of it, I like to continue working with you. So what is your fee? My answer to her was, well, what do you think my service is worth to you? Because at that moment of time, I could not even think or fathom an idea of a dollar amount for the work that I did with her. So she went to the locker room, came back with a check, and she wrote out the check, and she said to me, if this is not enough, let me know, and I'll write a second check for you. And when I looked at the dollar amount on the check, I was like, oh my God, I said, this is more than enough. So what she actually did for me at that time was she set the bar for me based on what my hourly rate was at that time. And I will say just this much, that it was definitely a lot more than I probably would have suggested to her at that time. So yes, so it is very important, especially any of you who are just starting out. Maybe you're going to start into your entrepreneurship pathway. Whatever it is you're doing, maybe you're just starting out with something and you're not really sure how or what to charge. The big thing that I suggest that would help you is to figure out what your service is worth, what your time is worth. And for those of you, let's say, for example, who are doing, let's say, readings or anything that you're doing in addition to when you're not working with the client, you have to account that into your time as well, because that's going to take up your time. So for example, when I work with clients regarding holistic fitness, their training program, I create their program when I'm not with them. So that's my time that I'm working. So it may take me 15, 20 minutes to create a new program for them. So when I do meet with them, their program's already set for them. So that's my time. So I take that into account when I'm working with a client based on my rates now. And that's what I like for you to do. And that's that space where this energy of Mars being in Aquarius may help you gain your freedom to what do you want your freedom in? Freedom in finances, freedom in your schedule, freedom to play, freedom to travel. What is it that you want to do? And you have the opportunities to do whatever it is you're desiring to do. The only person that is creating a restriction or limitation is you. And that's based on your self-doubt. It's based on your limitations. It's based on maybe old beliefs that you've been carrying for whatever the reasons are. So there is work that you definitely would need to do in order to release those old habits and the self-doubt. In fact, another statement that was made during the class I was in tonight, I want to mention this as well. When we think about self-doubt, what self-doubt really is it's balanced by self-awareness. So if you are experiencing self-doubt, balance it with self-awareness. Where does your self-doubt come from? Did you take that self-doubt on from something that was told to you or something that you heard or whatever it is? How far back does that self-doubt go? And this energy that we're in Mars in Aquarius will give you the desire, the drive to want your freedom. In addition to Mars in Aquarius, it's also about being community oriented. So you may suddenly get this desire to want to connect with your community. Or you may get this desire to want to connect with a new community. So pay attention to that as well, because maybe, just maybe, the community you were connecting with before wasn't really supporting you or encouraging you or pushing you to do better. And here's how you'll know if you are in the right community. If the people you are hanging out with are cheering you on and encouraging you to do the wildest thing possible, such as write the book or take the trip or invest, do that $20,000 investment on yourself, and they're encouraging you to do that, those are your people. Now, if on the flip side, you're sitting with someone and you're sharing with them that you want to write your book and you want to invest in yourself and you want to work with a trainer and it's a $20,000 investment, and that person or those people are discouraging you, those are not your people. That's how you're going to know. So you may be shopping for new community. So start paying attention, get that self-awareness going to who is your tribe, who are your people, who is going to support you in this energy. Who is going to support you in this energy? That's the big question. Who is going to support you in this big energy? So paying attention to that. Just hollering in some people, see if anyone's around tonight. And when we think about the additional part of Mars in Aquarius, it's the question to ask, how can I be more aligned so I can take the steps forward? Remember, Mars is about action. Action. And how can you become more aligned, more willing, more determined, more courageous is the word I just heard. Courageous to want to take the steps forward. If you feel as though you've been sitting on sticky paper for some time and you haven't really been able to get off the sticky paper or the hamster wheel, this energy that we have in Aquarius, and remember right now we have 4 planets. We have the Sun, Pluto, Mercury, and Mars currently all in Aquarius. There's a lot of energy out there holding space for your vision. Aquarius is about your vision, the vision you have for yourself. Seeing yourself as the best version of you. What does that best version of you look like? What does that best version of you walk like? What does that best version of you speak like? What does that best version of you eat like? What does that best version of you experience? Because that best version of you is not the version of you here. You have to work. You have to align yourself so you can take those steps to be the best version of you every single day, because that's that Aquarian energy. And we do have a lot of support right now. Now, big question I'm going to ask you is to take a look at your natal chart. Now, if you don't have a natal chart, I'm just going to put up here right here so you can see it. Let me get to it a second. Let me see if I can find it so my page is not freezing. I'm going to pop this up here. All right, so go over to astro.com and put in all the information they ask you for. And then you're going to get yourself a beautiful chart. Okay, have that site right there. I'm going to take it away. And so having that chart and being able to become familiar with your chart, I like to call it your astrological makeup. And in your astrological makeup, understanding the house placements are where all your zodiac signs are and all the planets are. To start off with, we have all the zodiac signs in our charts. Every one of them, there's 12 zodiac signs. You have all of them on your chart. So you have all this energy in your astrological makeup. So the big question is, what is placed? What is the placement for Aquarius on your chart? For me, I happen to have both Mercury and my moon in Aquarius energy. My moon energy happens to be my 7th house, and my Mercury energy happens to be in my 8th house. Just going to double check that. And the difference between the two, my moon in the 7th house is about bringing balance into my relationships, all of my contracts, bringing balance into my body as well, and validating and allowing me to value who I am. The 8th house energy is about, and it's in Mercury, it's about bringing that transformation to how I communicate, what it is I want to say, what it is I want to express, who it is I want to speak to, letting go of the old conversations that I've had from the past and moving into all this new dialogue, sharing and teaching and inspiring every one of you to do what it is you need to do to really discover who you are from the soul level, combining the holistic personal training and the astrological makeup that you are, so you can really understand who you are and learn how to use this energy to help you navigate, so you can have the freedom you're looking for, so you can be supported by the community that supports you, so you can be independent, be the leader that you're meant to be, write the book, start the business, travel, buy a home, whatever it is that your heart desires, this energy will allow you to do. Also want you to take a look at your chart to see where Mars is on your chart. For me, I have Mars in my 10th house, which is about my soul's work, happens to be sitting in Aries energy, which is about self. And so interesting, Mars is the ruler to Aries. So that really means there's going to be a lot of amplifying, and Aries is a fire sign. So lots of fire helping to light my fire within me, to give me the motivation to see my vision, see it beyond my wildest dreams, and then live out my vision. So again, so you can better understand your astrological makeup and move through whatever it is you need to move through. So if you do feel as though you're on sticky paper or the hamster wheel, this may be the opportunity for you to do some clearing work, some energy work, tapping into your chakra system, clearing out those beliefs that keep you stuck from your freedom, from your leadership role, from your community. And you need to do the work. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to step forward. And if you are pushed to step forward, which I always like to say the universe will do, it will become very uncomfortable for you. And you may end up getting pushed, but then still get stuck someplace. So here's what I'm going to be doing now going forward at this very moment is I'm going to start shuffling my cards, and I'm going to tap into all the astrological signs, and wherever you have Mars, like I said, I have Mars in Aries. So whatever your Mars energy is, so if you have Mars in, let's say, Taurus, when I pull the Taurus card, that card's going to be for you. I also want you to pay attention to the Aquarius card, because again, all of this energy is in Aquarius. So you're looking at two cards. You're looking at the sign that your Mars is in, and then you're also going to look at the card that shows up for Aquarius. So just two cards for tonight. I'm not going to make it complicated. Not going to make it complicated. We won't do that for tonight. And do know that you do have a lot of support with 4 planets in Aquarius right now. Mercury is about communication. Mercury is helping you to communicate. Mercury is helping you to redefine your schedule. Mercury is helping you to create a community. You have Pluto that is literally helping to transform, helping you to end things that no longer serve you, destroying what no longer serves you. So for example, if you've experienced very recently a loss of a job, don't cry about it. Don't get nervous about it. Don't go into a space of worry about it. Get excited about it, because that just means that there's something else that's coming for you. You have to do a little bit of work, though. You have to do a little bit of work. With your job closing and you weren't willing to let go of the job before the job closed, or you weren't willing to let go of the job and the job let you go, just means that you were sort of on that hamster wheel, feeling a little comfortable, and now you may have to take those steps. Now you may have to take those steps. So what do you need so you can become more aligned, so you can take the steps forward? And then, of course, we already have Mars in Aquarius as well. And just an FYI, February 16th, which is not that far away, Venus will be entering Aquarius. So that means 5 planets sitting in Aquarius energy. Venus is the planet of love, relationship, beauty, value, how you value yourself. It's also about money. Venus rules Taurus and Libra energy. Taurus is about your relationships, the relationship you have with yourself, others, and the connection with your body. So please, please, please pay attention to whatever is going on in your body. So if there's a symptom that's showing up in your body, maybe you have arthritis and it's being flared up, pay attention to it. Maybe you have some issues with your stomach. Maybe you're experiencing bloating or gas. Pay attention to it. Everything has a metaphysical explanation to it. So pay attention. Listen and talk to your body. Ask your body, what is it you're trying to tell me? And theoretically, if you're not familiar, or you don't understand, or you don't know how to connect with your body to have those conversations, what I recommend, and I do it all the time, is go to Google and put into Google, what does it mean metaphysically if my hips are tight? Or the other thing you could do, as my email is strolling down on the bottom, email me. Schedule an appointment with me. Anybody that is seeing this video, whether you're watching it live with me on the, if you're watching live on the replay, go ahead and schedule a session with me. Mention that you saw this live or this replay on February 13th, and you'll get 15% off your 3-month prescription. 15% off your 3-month prescription. That's the smallest prescription I offer. It's like a trial package just to get you going. And we'll take it from there. And this way here, you can learn and understand whatever the physical symptoms are that's showing up in your body. You know, you may just need a Reiki session just to get that energy moving. If you're not familiar with Reiki, Reiki is energy healing. It could be done distantly. I work with many, many clients virtually speaking with Reiki. It's a very powerful, powerful, ancient medicine. Very powerful. And that could be something you may need just to get the energy to move. So if that is something that's resonating with you, feel free to email me and schedule yourself a Reiki treatment. All right, so we're going to start with Aries, and we're going to work all the way down to Pisces and see what's in store for everybody. So again, you're looking for 2 cards. You're looking for the card that's going to show up based on your Mars energy. So whatever sign, zodiac sign Mars is in on for you, that's going to be your card. And you're also going to be looking at the card that's going to be for Aquarius, because of all this energy in Aquarius. So 2 cards. If you're not familiar with my card deck, introduction to my card deck, 45 cards. Each card has 3 elements. There's a color that's associated with your chakras, a word that could be used as your affirmation, or it adds to your story, and then numbers. The numbers associated with the astrology and also numerology, specifically your personal energy, your number. So let's get this going. It's just about 28 minutes in. Let's see what we have in store for our Aries. So again, for you Aries, pay attention. I'll be paying attention to this too. Aries, all about higher self. So this is perfect. This is really about connecting with your higher self, the vision that you see yourself. Your higher self already knows that vision, knows what you look like, and how, this is how I'm hearing to say this, how you be. That's what your higher self know you to be, how you be. So take time to connect with your higher self. Sit in meditation, sit quietly, and start imagining what your vision is for yourself. Do you have a vision for yourself? Can you see yourself in a different energy altogether. Can you see yourself being courageous? Can you see yourself being amazing? Can you see yourself being extraordinary? Can you see yourself being smart? Can you see yourself in freedom? That's where it's going to start from, that vision. And if you cannot see that, you cannot possibly do it yet. So you got to work on what that vision looks like for yourself. So if you want freedom, envision that. What does that look like for you? That 11 perfectly aligned with Aquarius energy. Your vision. Your vision. The chakra is the crown. This is about tapping into your higher self. This is about the wisdom. This is about your vision. This is about being allowed and being capable of moving through your vision and letting go of what holds you back. So that's the card for Aries. So again, for me, very powerful card. Those of you who carry Mars and Aries, there's your card for you. All right, so let's see. Those of you who have Mars and Taurus, let's see what's in store for you. Remember, we're looking at our Mars energy. This is not about your sun, moon, or ascending sign. However, do keep in mind, and I want to point this out as well, wherever your Mars energy is, so I have Mars in Aries. So if I have other energy sitting in Aries, that's going to get lit up as well. So I do have Chiron in Aries, so that's being lit up. And also note that Aries is associated with your first house. So whatever's in your first house, which would be ascending sign, by the way, that's going to get lit up based on that Aries energy. The same thing's going to go for Taurus. So if you have Mars in Taurus, which is associated with your second house, so you want to look at anything that's in your second house, and let's see what's in store. So any other planets that you might have sitting in Taurus is going to be lit up by this Mars, because Mars is an Aquarius for you. And do note, all right, here we go for Taurus, faith. So Taurus, this is about holding faith. This is about holding faith. Believing in yourself, trusting yourself, knowing that where you are right now is exactly where you need to be. The different contracts that you need to have. And it is really important that if you are thinking about increasing your rates, have faith, trust the process, and do it. Now, notice that this card also is an 11. We had Aries that had the 11 energy, and now Taurus has the 11 energy. So again, this is also about that vision. Hold the vision for yourself. Drop into your heart and allow yourself to experience and be open to receiving. That's a big message, to receive. Connect with your community. Perhaps you may be very much in the process of looking for a new community. Trust the process. Start literally seeing yourself around new people. Start calling in the idea of being surrounded by like-minded people. People that are going to encourage you. And have faith. Have faith. Love that. All right, we move into our Geminis. Give me a sec. So those of you who have Mars in Gemini, this card's for you. Now, Gemini is associated with the third house. So know that your third house is going to be lit up as well. So if you have Mars in Gemini, your third house is going to be lit up as well. Also noting, excuse me, also note that Mercury that's in Aquarius is lighting up your Gemini house as well. So there's a lot going on for Geminis right now because of the Mercury energy, because Mercury rules Gemini. Here's Gemini's card. Master Teacher. Oh, we have an 11 again. Can't make this stuff up if I tried. So what this card is saying, this card is inviting you to call in the Master Teacher. This is your opportunity. Excuse me. This is your opportunity to call in the Master Teacher. Find yourself a mentor. and start to learn under that mentor. That's what this is an opportunity for. Now, for those of you who have been doing your work, this may be an opportunity for you to step up your game and be the master teacher. Perhaps maybe it's your time to start teaching Reiki classes or taking your Reiki mastership or whatever that may look like for you. So it's one of two things. Either you're going to call on a master teacher and have them mentor you, or you're going to step into your master role. The chakra here is the third eye. So this is about your vision. How do you see yourself going forward? How do you see yourself in the next year? What do you see yourself in 2024? How does it look like for you? That 11 is your reminder. You're here to be the master. You're here to connect with your community, whether it's you teach your community or you become a student in the community. But that's your card, master teacher for you Geminis. And that makes a lot of sense for Geminis because, again, Geminis are intellectual, they're listeners, they're learners, they're teachers. So it makes a lot of sense for you Geminis that Mars would be encouraging you to either step into your mastership role or take on a mentor. Learn under somebody. Find somebody that inspires you and that you want to learn from. All right, we move into our Cancer. So if you have Mars in Cancer, this card's going to be for you. Here you go. Creativity. And we've moved out of the 11s and now we're in the 12s. Creativity. So Mars is going to help you tap into your creativity. Tap into your creativity, being more empowered by your creativity. Creative self-expression. That 6 energy is time to schedule your creativity. What is your creativity? Do you draw? Do you paint? Do you bake? Do you dance? Do you sing? What is your creativity? It's time to tap into it, time to schedule time to do that. Your creativity is going to activate your flow. That's that 12 energy to move things into balance. So we talk about that 12 energy again. That's very much associated with Pisces, bringing things into flow. And it's also reduced down to a 3, which is, again, back to your Mercury energy, which is about scheduling time to be in creativity. Take classes, go to paint classes, open up, whatever it is that you can tap into your creativity. Yellow energy is about your solar plex. So this is about being able to receive and trust. Be able to receive and trust. Trust your process and be able to receive. Receive. I love that for our Cancers. We move into our Leos. So those who have Mars in Leo, and remember, because Mars is in Aquarius, collectively speaking, for you Leos, that's your opposite sign. So there could be some challenges that show up for you. Those challenges that are showing up is only there to encourage you to do something different. So do not get frustrated if you are being tugged or pushed or overwhelmed at this point in time. That's just showing up as the chaos to get you to do something different. If you've been sitting on a sticky paper and you haven't been ready to make the next step, this may be the very thing you need to get things moving. Do not be afraid of it. And for one thing, do not resist it, because that resistance is not going to get you anywhere. Your card is financial abundance. I love that for you guys. Financial abundance. And that's exactly what this would be for you with this energy with Mars in Aquarius. That's literally giving you the freedom. That 1-7, that's that 8 energy. So what can you let go of? So you can begin to envision financial abundance. What can you let go of so you can begin to envision financial abundance? That's the vision. That's the vision. That 17 is that 8 energy, which is about your transformation. You have been pushed to do something different. So allow yourself to accept it and see yourself in financial abundance. If you see yourself being overwhelmed and not having enough, and how are you going to do this? The universe is not going to be able to support you on this. So you really need to shift Come out of your self-doubt and move into self-awareness to seeing your vision in financial abundance, seeing the opportunities come in for you. As Mars is in Aquarius in your opposition sign, yes, there may be some challenges and there may very well be some unexpected surprises. So I'm loving that for Leos. Our Virgos. So if you have Mars in Virgo, let's see what's in store for you. Virgos. Your card's in reverse. Now, this is the first card to show up in reverse. Quite interesting for that. And when a card shows in reverse, there's a few things you want to pay attention to. First thing is the resistance, because that's why a card shows in reverse. The message that you're going to receive, you might resist it. Second thing is you definitely want to work on the chakra, which is the crown. The word is marriage. Now, in this case, the marriage being in reverse, this could very well be, is there resistance in your marriage right now? Is there challenges going on in your marriage? Perhaps there's something that has taken place recently that has caused you to be at odds with each other. If so, the best thing you can do together is support each other. That's the best thing you can do. Otherwise, if you're going to be at odds with each other, there's going to always be that friction. Also, when we think about marriage, non-traditionally, it's what are you married to? What habits, beliefs, and programming are you married to that may be time to let go of so you can have more calmness and joy and flow in your marriage? So perhaps you and your partner might be able to sit down and have a conversation to those beliefs that may no longer be working for both of you and come up with some new ones. Now, if you are not in a relationship, a marriage for that matter, then it's really just about your own beliefs. What are you married to that may no longer be working for you? So pay attention to that as well. In order to experience this Mars and Aquarius energy and allowing yourself that freedom to come through, you have to be willing to let go of some beliefs, habits, and programmings. The new version of you may not be aligned with those old habits. That double eight energy, that 16, which is a 7. This is about bringing things to balance. This is about taking time to quiet yourself down, connect with your higher self, and get some answers. Remember that if you're asking the questions, you already have the answers. You just need to quiet yourself down to get them. So that's our Virgo energy. I'm loving that. We move into our Libras. So those of you who carry Mars and Libra, let's see what's in store for you. Mars in Libra. Change. Loving that. Makes perfect sense, I'd say. Change. That 5 energy. Changes are definitely going to be coming through, considering by February 16th, there will be 5 planets sitting in Aquarius energy. Venus happens to be your ruler. So Venus is definitely going to help you impact some change. Mercury is associated with your throat chakra. So there may be a conversation you need to have with someone that's going to relate to change. It could be job related, and it could be relationship related. And it could be about changing the connection you have with your body, because Venus is also the ruler of Taurus. So you may start to embark on some sort of investment on your health. So just think about that. Tap into that energy. Perhaps this could be your season where you start to embrace a healthier version of you and start strength training, start improving the strength, your body composition. If you need support there, please reach out to me. I would love to have a conversation with you. So that throat chakra, self-expression. What do you need to say? What changes will you be making during this season? Love that for our Libras. Our Scorpios. Should you have Mars in Scorpio, let's see what's in store for you. And know you Scorpios, there's been lots of energy going on for you since Pluto has entered Aquarius. And Pluto is your ruling sign. So what changes? What transformations are you experiencing? What endings? What's new coming through? Here's your card. Okay, this one showed up earlier for our Aries, and now it's showing up for our Scorpios. And I always say anytime you get a card twice or multiple times, the message is for everybody. So when we think about the higher self for Scorpio, this is really about taking time to connect. Go within. That 11 is the vision you hold for yourself. Use this Mars in Aquarius to reshape your vision that you have for yourself. See yourself as this brilliant person. Utilize your crown energy to connect with the heavens. Love that for our Scorpios. Sagittarius. Mars and Sagittarius. What's in store for Mars and Sagittarius? One more shuffle. There's the card for Sag. Sagittarius, it's about your health this time. Your health. So when we talk about the health, the season with 5 planets sitting in Aquarius, holding the vision of being the healthiest version of you. Do what you need to do this season to be healthy. That 33 is sacrifice. Sacrifice your time and schedule so you can take better care of yourself. Your sacral energy. This is about allowing yourself to feel more empowered in your body. Let go of any guilt or shame you may carry in regards to taking time for you. And allow yourself to be a healthier version of you. I always say the best health insurance is investing in your health with your body. Strength training, fuel and feed, meditation, rest, hydration. All of those things are your health insurance. So that's our Sagittarius energy. Envision yourself as the healthiest version of you. And before you know it, with the work that you're going to take, the practice you're going to have, you're going to endure this healthier version of yourself. Love that for Sagittarius. All right, Capricorn, let's see what's in store for you guys. Oops. The card for Capricorn that just flew out of the deck, in reverse, it's a completion. But the card's in reverse. So there's something that there's something that needs to be completed, but you're resisting. You're not choosing to let it go. Why? Use this Aquarian energy to step forward. Use this Aquarian energy to be the leader. Let something go, whatever it is. This is your sacral energy, so this is definitely energy associated with your inner child. When we talk about the sacral energy, it is about I like to call it your childhood wounds. So whatever's been going on from your childhood, this is a perfect time to envision yourself a whole different way. So if as a child you didn't get the love or the acceptance or the affection you were looking for, envision yourself now getting all of that. You have the opportunity to do that. That 9 energy is about letting something go, transforming into the best version of you. Remember your cards in reverse though. So do the work during these 5 planets that's in Aquarius so you can transform and let something go. There's definitely an ending going on here. So tap into that energy. All right, Aquarius. So if you have Mars in Aquarius and all these planets in Aquarius, wow, that's a lot of work for you guys. At this point in time, you may be in your head so much, overthinking, overanalyzing, researching, reflecting, reviewing. Come out of your head, drop it down into your heart. Find joy, find peace, find calmness, find stillness. Find stillness. Even though when we think about Mars energy, it's about fire, it's about activation, it's about go, go, go. You can still find stillness in your go, go, go. So let's see what Aquarius needs to know. Those who carry Mars in Aquarius. I know for me, when Mercury entered Aquarius, I was really excited because that's my home plate in my 8th house. So I knew there was going to be lots of things shifting, and there are lots of things shifting. So I'm kind of curious, for those who carry Mars in Aquarius, what are you being aligned to? How is your uniqueness really showing up? How are you stepping into your independence? Where is your freedom going to come from? And how are you connecting with your community? Here's your card. Communication. Oh, what a lovely word. Communication. This is your time to speak up. That 3 energy, very much associated with Mercury. Remember that 12 energy is about bringing things into flow. So this is the perfect time to start having those conversations. Bring things into flow. Bring things into flow. Drop in or come into your high heart so you can be in that joyous space. And know that all this energy wrapped up in Aquarius right now is bringing you into that joyous space of just communicating with such ease. Everything in flow. Love that for Aquarius. All right, last but not least, we have our Pisces. So those who carry a Mars in Pisces, let's see what's in store for you. Mars in Pisces. One more shuffle. There we go. Manifestation. Manifestation. So for you Pisces, what are you looking to manifest? And it's a powerful energy. What are you looking to manifest? 19 is 10, which is about your soul's work. That purple energy is really wrapped up into your crown energy. So this is a perfect opportunity for you to utilize this Mars energy to help you be driven, step into your leadership role, and really allow your visions to be manifested at this time. You have the power now. Work on it. Tap into your visions and work on that manifestation. After all, Pisces, you are very intuitive. So allow this fire within you to bring things into flow and allow whatever it is you're wishing to receive to manifest. I love that. Oh, that's beautiful. All right, so there you have it. So again, just to remind you, you're looking at 2 cards. You're looking at the Aquarian card that showed up, which was a really great message for everybody about communication and dropping into your high heart for joyousness. And for those, whatever your zodiac sign is for Mars, utilizing that card as well. Now remember, there's 2 cards. And with those 2 cards, unless of course you happen to have Mars in Aquarius, then you have 1 card. But whatever the case is, 2 cards, and hopefully the 2 cards that you did get, they both had different colors on it, which means you'll be working on 2 different chakras to clear the energy of those chakras. If you don't know how to work your chakras, very simple. Just think about the color of that card and think about the color sitting in that area. So if, for example, you had the higher self from Aries, which is that crown energy, just think about that purple just sitting right here by your head and imagine the vision, the connection that you have with your higher self. So just tap into the color if you're not familiar really on how to clear the energy, and just see that color getting as bright as it can get for you. And when you feel ready, you can just move on into your day. Practice doing that throughout this entire time as Mars is in Aquarius until March 22nd. So you have about 3 weeks to work on those 2 chakras that can really help you clear things up. Remember, in order to see change, you have to be willing to do something different. That's the bottom line to this. So if there's something that you are looking to envision for yourself where you want to get off the sticky paper, you want to get off the hamster wheel, what are you willing to do differently so that can happen for you? It's not just about sitting in meditation and wishing and stating amazing affirmation. It really is about taking action so that can happen for you. And allowing yourself to trust that the minute you can visualize something and you know that something's going to change, trust the process and just take the steps. Trust the process. Even though you may not know how it's going to work out, take the steps anyway and know that the universe is supporting you. You are being supported on this journey. So whatever the step is that you need to take, allow yourself to be in that space. Let go of the self-doubt and be open to the self-awareness to what shows up the minute you say, I'm allowing this. So all that being said, I'm super excited to be here with you tonight. You have questions, comments, feel free to email healingwithin76@gmail.com. Those of you who are watching this on the replay and you'd like to explore a little bit of the work that I do with clients like yourself, feel free to email and redeem the 15% off on your 3-month, which is 12-session package. And let's discover who you are from a soul level. I look forward to connecting with you. I will be back again to talk to you about the Venus energy in Aquarius. And not sure when I will have that conversation, but it will happen soon. And until then, remember right now, we have 4 planets in Aquarius energy. So for you Aquarians, where the sun right now is still in Aquarius until February, I think it's 1920, enjoy this time. So those who carry an Aquarius sun, moon, or ascending sign, I know you're experiencing a lot of energy, a lot of activation. Remind yourself to rest as much as you're doing everything else as well. I look forward to connecting with you real soon. Have yourself a blessed night wherever you are in the world. Bye-bye for now.